podcast.
Can I interview you for my space podcast?
Sure.
Who are you to me?
Your mother.
Okay. How's that like?
Joyous, wonderful. It fills my life with so much purpose. Why are you pink?
What is the meaning of life?
I don't know. I know the meaning of my life, but I don't know the meaning of life.
What's the meaning of your life?
To love God and love others. Be kind to all people. Help people in any way I can.
Okay. Cheers. Thanks for being on my podcast.
I'm sorry, it's not interesting.
That was great. Can I interview you for my space podcast? Who are you to me?
Your niece?
Tell me about your life.
Well, I am 7 years old and I live in a small house. And my family is a nice one. And I live with one auntie, one mom, 2 uncles, two uncles. I have 2 nanas and 2 papas. One died.
How'd that make you feel?
Sad. You can live for 19 years and then you die when you're very old.
I'm 19.
You can...
That's the meaning of life?
Yes.
That's what it leads up to?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say about your life?
No, that's it.
Okay. Thanks for being on my space podcast.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Be on my space podcast?
Screw your podcast.
Be on my space podcast?
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, who are you?
I'm Thomas.
Who are you to me?
Oh, I'm a dad.
To you?
I'm a dad to you.
Is this your first time on a podcast?
No.
Tell me about your life.
My whole life?
Summarize.
Oh, it was a cold Friday morning. I was born to a family of sea monkeys. I was born in Missouri, raised there. I like being raised in Missouri.
Yeah.
It has its perks, ups and downs, like anywhere else, I guess. I'm really confused about what's happening right now.
You're on my space podcast.
For space?
It goes out to all the universes.
Okay, there's no such thing as space. Don't want to go there, I guess.
Oh, you can't say anything these days. What's the meaning of life?
Whoa! What kind of podcast is this?
That goes out to the universe.
What kind of podcast starts out with the meaning of life? Forward, go forward. That's the meaning of life.
That's it?
Pretty much. I mean, there's other stuff too, but that's all. The rest is details.
Ah.
In general, go forward.
Okay. I like having you on my podcast.
It's weird.
You should be a regular.
It's a weird podcast.
You're my favorite guest
I don't
so
understand.
far.
I don't really understand what's going on.
Thanks, old dad.
No problem.
Cheers. Okay, you're joining us not for the first time, or else this would be a really weird interview, is Ava. Who are you? Well, yeah, I'm you. Right. Tell me about your life. How is it? What it's like? It's an interesting question. I would say, it's good. I deal with things. Everyone does. Gets hard. Okay. Not like that though. Kind of, it's life. I don't know how to explain it really. I'll leave the details out. I know you have other guests on. Right. Someone told me. Yeah, your birthday's coming up. Let's talk about that. Oh, I'm turning 20 this year in March, next month. So, how does that make you feel? Well, thanks for asking. First of all, you know, you gotta ask. I guess it is scary. You think, oh, it's just a number. Everyone always makes a big deal, but it is kind of scary thinking about I'm not a teenager anymore. And I wonder if my mistakes that I make going forward won't be seen as innocent mistakes and instead just be seen as mistakes. And I think that's a big part of why I'm a little scared, because I know I make a lot of mistakes a lot of times. I do things irrationally that I'm really hoping no one looks back on or sees and thinks that's the person who I am, because I don't think that's who I am. I am not my mistakes. You know, I hear ya on that one. I understand. I feel the same way. I'm turning 20. It's understandable, honestly. On that note, the question to end all questions, I ask it before every end of a podcast with my guests. What's the meaning of life? Now, this might sound like I'm veering away from the initial question, but so there's this thing that happens in my mind, and it's where I don't think things are real sometimes. And I know it sounds crazy. Sometimes I feel like none of this is life. The meaning of life is nothing. What I found those moments are intense anxiety, but other than that is kind of this calmness of there is no meaning. There is no meaning because I feel like there's no meaning right now. And with that being said, means what you want it to mean. Life on the universal scale, on everything cosmic and everything everywhere. Life isn't this big thing. Life isn't something you can just have a crack at, I don't think. It could be those things if that's what you make it out to be. Personally, I think there is something bigger. I want something more than life because I feel like there's more than life. Whether it's God, which a lot of people don't believe in, but to me, they're out there, up there. It's nice to have something to believe in. And even if it is just believing in life and believing that there is no real true meaning, because, as I said, sometimes it feels like there is none. Because if life has no meaning, then I get to make it. I get to make it mean something with the people around me, with the love I give, the kindness I try to share. With everything in me, I try to make it a place where it does have meaning. Alright, and I think that's the time here. I'm getting a call now. Thank you for letting us have you. Thanks for showing up, being here. You know, many people would not do this, so thank you for coming on the Spacecast. Alright, cheers.
Yeah, this is the podcast ending podcast. Yep.